Good afternoon, guys. This is Carol. I'm all dressed up today because I had to be in court today. I just wanted to talk about it because I never realized how much I was upset about the whole situation until I had to be today and I start journaling while I was sitting there waiting. Um, the last 3 years, my mom came up here after my stepdad died, and we married this man. This man, we didn't even know she was here. So she came up, she married. Me and my sister never knew she even was up here, much less to know she married, because she did it all under secret. And then one day I was there, and my sister called and she said, "Did you know? Where is my mother?" I'm like, "What do you mean? She's supposed to be home." She said, "No, Esther just called and said that, how come you guys don't call and say that she reached, it's been like 3 weeks." I'm like, "What? I don't know nothing about it." So she says she doesn't know anything about it either. So, both of us not knowing anything about it, she came up, she married, to this man and stuff. And while I was there one day, so now we knew she was here. My sister, I think, went visit a couple times and stuff. I didn't go visit, but one day I was getting ready to go to one of my youth group, because I'm in the member of this woman's group, and I was getting ready to go for they had some meeting or something, and there was a call from the hospital. She's in the hospital and she want me to come now. No, I'm like, what? Anyway, me and my friend Monica, I think I had a friend at the time, we were going. Monica, so we passed there before we get into the meeting. And we were in there. She was on the bed. She had fractured ribs, and she ankle were broken 3 places. Mind you, she's diabetic, and her ankle was broken 3 places, and she was looking terrible. And she was telling me that story about this man kick her down the bed with his foot, and the bed was really high, so she fall on some bottle or something and she thing her ribs. He used her foot and kick her down the bed. The next thing he did was he upset, and she just put water to boil to cook on the fire. He just take the pot of water and just throw it all over her and push her. So that's how her feet was broken. And then he threatened to take her like that. He panicked and bring her to my house, so it'd be like my fault. Then that same man go to the hospital and threatening her at the hospital, threatening her until they had to move her from a different room and have security there. So today was the case. They sent that letter a couple weeks ago. It wasn't enough time. By the time I tell them the letter is here, there wasn't even enough time for I could send the letter for my mom for she to get a visa quick to come, because 3 years now she been healing that foot. That foot had to be healed on its own, because when we go to the hospital they wanted $60,000 because she was a visitor here. $60,000 to fix that foot. And we didn't have that money. My sister ended up sending her home, and the foot is healed, but now she still walk funny, and she still sometimes she lose her slippers. Like she walking with her slippers, it will be out of her foot and she wouldn't know. So today I had to be in the court, and I didn't realize how mad I was about that whole situation. I didn't realize that how much that situation was still affecting me physically, emotionally. It was just, I was just writing and writing. I was so mad. And the thing is, we live in Montreal, Quebec. Over here it's French and English, but now they were so disrespectful. They do the whole thing in French. Only when it's time for me to speak, when the judge will come back, after and asked me to speak, then I had to speak in English because I'm English. But guess what? The whole situation before that, how much hours from 9, then she go for a break or whatever and come back, it was in French. No one. Then they come outside, nobody telling me anything. I have to go ask the lawyer when I see he come out, what is it happening? Then they say, oh, she says she's gonna come back in 10:30. I'm like, really? I could have go home. I didn't know what's happening. There was no one there. And then I start thinking about, wow, the law supposed to be there for these young black children growing up. Who's supposed to know? The law is for them, that they have rights in this country. And do they? Because if somebody could break your leg, do all this and still get off free, if somebody could, if the water was hot, my mom would have been burnt plus her leg broken. Because he didn't care about whether the water, he just take the water from the stove and throw it on her, then push her. Then the next thing he did was he embezzled money from her, telling her for years that send money for him for them to buy a house for her grandchildren. I have children here now. My sister have 2 kids and I have 4 children, grandchildren. Guess what? The house was all about him. So my mom sent over $50,000 to $60,000 over the years for this man, which is supposed to be the kids' inheritance, my sister's and my brother's inheritance, not even me, because it was my stepfather, though he treated me like his own. He was the best person ever, and I realized since he died that he was the one keeping the family together. But she sent all this money for this man, which telling her it's for your grandchildren, it's for your grandchildren. He buy a house with that money. It's not on nobody, not even on her name. And she's so silly. And then we were here, hands on feet, me and my daughter, bringing food, doing everything for her after she come from the hospital. And the last week, he bring 2 bags of grocery and flowers, and then I throw the flowers in the garbage and I give her the grocery for she to eat the grocery. After she said I didn't do anything for her, he was buying everything. She go to Grenada and said that. So we are no one. But then I had to go in the court. It was so disrespectful. It's like black people have no rights in this country or any country. I think we need to, I'm just waiting for my daughter to finish school. I go back to the Caribbean. Maybe I'll be more happy there, enjoy the rest of my life, because this is crazy. It's so crazy just living in a life where any day now somebody could shoot you. Any day now somebody will bully your kids, nothing come off of it. Dog will bite your kids, nothing will come off of it because you're black. I'm sick and tired of it. Thank you for listening to my ranting today. Thank you so much. Bye.